Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Melvin Williams. I am the Director of Business Development here at M&N Communications. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking about how technology is redefining the workplace, the workday, and the workforce. So once again, today is September 21st, 2018, and my name is Melvin, and I want to thank you all for joining us today. So we're going to go ahead and jump right down into it. Today's talking points is we're going to talk about how technology is redefining that workplace, the workday, and workforce. We're going to let you in on a special on what we're hearing from the C-level. I spend all my time every day talking to other IT executives, directors of IT, chief technology officers, groups, comp TIA, other peers, and all we do is we talk about technology. So we're going to talk a little bit about what we're hearing from them, what challenges their businesses are facing. We're going to go ahead and talk about building the modern IT infrastructure. What does it look like in 2018? You know, how technology can be either an impediment to growth or either an enabler. And last but not least, we're going to talk about that vendor relationship. And we're going to tie this into what the C-levels are saying. One of the things they're specifically talking about is finding access to technology. And we're going to talk about those vendors that are providing that technology and what they're doing to differentiate themselves. So let's jump right down into it today. So technology is redefining the workplace is what we're said. So what we're hearing from the C-level, you know, we're finding that a lot of businesses are struggling with how they embrace new technology while at the same time controlling and cutting costs. You know, these C-levels they're stating they're worrying about how they're utilizing technology within their organization because it's affecting who they're hiring and who their employee workforce is going to be. We're hearing a lot about how cloud technologies have matured enough to drive down costs and increase efficiencies, but those executives or those IT leaders are not sure who the major players are or who fits into their culture. So I'm just going to take this really, really quick before we jump into the whole presentation and say this. You have a whole army of people that are out there striving for your business. So today, September 21st, if you're an IT leader, a chief technology officer, a supervisor, if you maintain an IT department, understand that you have a lot of consultants, you have technology brokers who are working with channel managers from reputable companies from Comcast to Verizon to security solution providers like Matrix to companies name Momentum for telecom services. So they're all working in this ecosystem just to find your business. So as a IT leader, I think that the only thing that you're going to have to do to benefit and leverage all of that is to make sure that you find someone who is engaged and who understands how to connect you with these particular parties. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump right down into technology and how it's redefining the workplace. So let's start with this. Businesses want choices, not limitations. Let's get right down to it. They want to be able to bring their products to the market much faster, and they want to be able to expand and scale on a level that they've never done before. However, with millennials now making up the largest generation in the U.S. labor force, and the gig economy expected to grow to 43% by 2020, the definition of the workplace and workday are shifting. You know, and my question is, what does this evolution mean for your business? You know, ultimately, companies need to re-examine the way their business is conducted. They need to ensure that technology tools that they put in place foster a more collaborative, productive, and accessible workplace while helping to attract and retain an ever-evolving workforce. Companies need to know that if they don't meet these changing expectations, they won't be the ones that thrive in this upcoming modern market or within the future years. So remember, businesses want freedom, not fences. And that's exactly what knowledge does. Knowledge gives you freedom. It explains to you what you can do to create and fix a problem. So let's go ahead a little bit deeper and dive into what some of the issues that people are experiencing and what we're hearing. Businesses want freedom, like I said. They want to have enhanced data security. They want improved productivity. They want reduced infrastructure costs. They want to get all that old legacy technology from in-house, on-premise, and they want to get that stuff up into the cloud with a reputable vendor that they know is going to be around within years to come. These business partners want to increase bandwidth. They want to increase business agility. As bandwidth increase, the business goes. With solutions and mobility, they need to have a sustainable level of connectivity. They want greater support for disaster recovery and business continuity. They don't want to feel like they're doing it all on their own. They want partners to help them. They understand that the economy of scales is going to allow them to reach those resources that they couldn't invest in with their own money. They want to cut costs on hardware and network equipment. Having equipment that they allows to move them into the cloud. Power stations that prevent natural disasters. They want to reduce burden on IT teams with simple operations. Most large organizations have multiple locations and one centralized IT department. They want to increase vast computing, storage, and network functionality because new technologies that expand their mobile workforce while designing more customer-friendly focused services is what's going to differentiate them. It's the customer experience that we all want. They want to work with partners who have the capabilities and functionality to grow with them as the cloud consumption expands. They want to work with software-defined data centers. So this is what's going on right now in the modern marketplace. And if they don't have access to that stuff, it's time-consuming. Because advancements in technology have altered the employee expectation. Businesses need access to agile networks combined with agile computing platforms, layered with agile security solutions that protect them against data breaches, making sure that their employees are trained. The mobile work applications are redefining the office hours. Mobility no longer means access to just email and mobile phones. Service now includes everything from chat to video, conferencing to file sharing to project managing. Video conferencing plays such a critical role in helping companies and their employees save time, money, and travel. It's amazing what technology is doing. Technology is transformational in nature. Its purpose is to address real issues. For example, look at a mortgage brokerage firm. They're dealing with things like securing personal identifiable information, making sure that they have mobility, having access to those critical applications. There's problems layered along the lines with all of that, making sure that they don't save their personal identifiable information on their desktop. Those are the type of issues that mortgage brokers are dealing with. And then we run into distributed retails faced with PCI compliance, making sure that they have a public Wi-Fi, making sure that their POS, their stations are secure, with multiple locations, who's their IT department? They need to have a mobile device security strategy, so these are real problems that technology is solving. Technology is giving companies the security through vendors. They're providing them with the bandwidth through partners like Comcast for public Wi-Fi. They're backing up their POS stations. They're working with other partners that provide managed IT solutions. Technology is giving them the ability to protect those mobile devices. It's also giving them the ability for those seasonal workers, instead of having a set amount of desktop computers where they can spin up virtual servers, Technology is an amazing thing. It's transformational in nature. It is redefining the workplace, the workday, and the workforce. For waste management companies, they're dealing with that aging workforce, high central costs, maintaining equipment, profitability, customer service centers. How can technology help them with those particular issues? I work with partners every day that have data centers, their cloud locations. They're helping people with disaster recovery, companies who want to keep some of their equipment in-house. They're working with them to have a hybrid cloud, a public cloud. Companies who want to go to a software as a service defined model, they're working with them. Companies who are looking for IT as a service, we're working with them. Ultimately, IT leaders need to understand that they don't have to struggle to find access to technology. They don't have to pull out their hair trying to figure out how are they going to migrate all of that on-premise technology into the cloud. Because technology can be either an inhibitor to growth or it can fuel faster growth. Transformational technology solutions are empowering your competition. You have to know this. Understand that those smaller organizations are trying to get their own piece of the market share. So you have to remember, businesses are able to create longer engagements by adding transformational IT solutions like public Wi-Fi, tablets, creating a mobile experience for your customers. Devices powered by reliable connectivity encourages social media engagements, creating a kid-friendly environment, offering your customers charging stations for their devices while they're at your location. All of this is going to create a sticky relationship, and all of those particular services are going to be broken down based off of having a relationship with a vendor who is cable focused, who's going to provide you with the connectivity, who is cloud focused, who's going to provide you with the infrastructure to have those applications on the tablets, who's a data center that's going to provide you with the infrastructure to have all of these different locations, are internationally focused. Let's say you want to get out of the United States. What vendors are helping you to find partners outside of the United States? So once again, IT leaders, chief technology officers, people who are in the IT field, the information technology business, remember, us partners, our consultants, our channel managers, we spend all our time trying to engage and get your business. That's why we do the lunch and learns. That's why we do the teaches. That's why we bring our engineers, because we understand that it's a marathon and it's not its strength. We understand that just alone on security, you're faced with endpoint security, security training for your employees, email security, web security, mobile security, network security, data protection and compliance, identity management security. We understand that, lost time is key in not making money. So we have to have a business continuity plan in place, and that's just not a word. You need to be able to back up your hardware. You need to be able to back up your SaaS products, a disaster recovery platform, file sharing that protects you against cyber attacks, hardware failure, outages like a hurricane. How are you sharing your information within the company? How are you protecting your emails? High available applications, critical applications, are they always available? Can you guarantee that they're not, or that they are? That's what technology does for you. Technology gives you the ability to do those things, and that's what we're doing. So what we're going to go ahead now is we're going to shift to our vendor network. Our vendor network is broken down with vendors who focus on cable. For example, in our slides, you're going to see companies like Comcast Business, who focus on cable. You're going to see Cox Business for other places over on the other side of the country, Time Warner Cable, Megapath. You're going to see our cloud-focused providers like Momentum, Mitel, Star to Star, TPX Communications. You're going to see our data center partners like Flex Central, CoreSite, DataBank, TierPoint. You're going to see our partners who have footprints in international areas like X by X Communication, AT&T Solutions, China Telecoms, Evolve IP, you're going to have access to all of those partners. And that's what we're going to be seeing here in our slides. Because once again, like I said, having access to transformational technology solutions are differentiate them. Technology is king. You know, businesses want choices, not limitations. They want the freedom to find partners like this, like a Vira, AT&T, BCN. They want these partners, Cloud Gen X, Call Tower. Like I said, they want the freedom of choosing partners like DataSite, Evolve IP, Cox Business, DataBank, Five9, Fusion, Effortless. They want software solution providers. They want data center solution providers. They want internationally focused solution providers. They want access to these things because access to these particular vendors are going to give them what they need to increase their business. So what we do here at M&N Communications is we add value to your organization by working with you with these partners throughout the full technology life cycle. You know, we provide a clear vision of where you're at and where you should be going. You know, we help you increase capabilities through the integration of transformational IT solutions. You know, we particularly don't offer these solutions, but our partners do. And our partners guarantee uptime and availability. You know, uptime and availability is king. You know, we help you to create a culture through secure training methods with our partners. So what is it that differentiates M&N Communications? We have a total approach. Now, we work with your organization, like I said, throughout the total life cycle. Hear more of our partners like SADA Systems, you know, and it's just not for small businesses. And I forgot to mention that our sweet spot is going to be anywhere between 2 to 200 seats. Our partners provide service to the small size business, the mid-sized business, the enterprise customer. So once again, all you IT leaders that are out there, I need you to understand that the channel is hungry. The channel ecosystem is hungry for your business. Everything we do is centered around the customer engagement. Our worry-free experience is powered by technology that drives business outcome. You know, we provide that access to those transformational IT solutions that foster accessibility, adaptability, and possibilities. You know, as national technology brokers, we add real value to your organization by leveraging our partners with over 150 solution providers. Our clients gain control and reliability while outsourcing the vendor relationship. Once again, outsourcing the vendor relationship, increasing deployment and scalability within their organization. You know, transformational tech is helping organizations develop stronger capabilities, innovate faster while developing applications in less time. You know, this positively affects impact. It has a positively affecting impact on both employees and the customer experience. So I want to thank all of the IT leaders or anyone who took the time to learn exactly how technology is redefining the workplace, the workday, and how millennials are shifting the market and what they're doing. So once again, thank you for your time. Technology is redefining the workplace, the workday, and the workforce. And you heard it here first from M&N Communication. If you are an IT leader and you're asking yourself questions about spending a lot of time looking for cloud technologies, we might be able to help you with that. You know, if you're asking yourself, do you have the time to take a deep dive in the direction of your organization and what technology solutions are going to differentiate you from your competition? We can help you with that. If you have a problem with connectivity, a problem with latency, if you need help finding a backup circuit, if you need help with public Wi-Fi, if you're thinking about changing your infrastructure from a physical infrastructure to a virtual infrastructure, and you're thinking about getting thin clients, you know, desktop as a service, if you're thinking about moving that Exchange server and getting hosted Exchange as a platform within your organization, if you're thinking about Office 365, if mobility is a problem within your organization and Internet of Things is something that you feel may help your organization out, if the call volume is not supported by your work team and you need help with call centers, global co-locations, contact centers, IT support. If you're trying to get from in-house to out into the cloud, if you need a power system that's going to provide you with access into the network if there is a disaster, we are the partners to help you out here at M&N Communication. We understand the building blocks of the modern organization. We understand that you need at least two circuits, one that's going to give you the connectivity and the second circuit that's going to back up if something fails. We understand that there are limitations to physical IT equipment and how the cloud is driving change. We understand that the application infrastructure within your organization may be sucking the bandwidth within your company, preventing you from being able to work. Time is money and money is time. Remember that customers expect more from your organization, and we'll leave with just Domino's, who I found it profoundly encouraging, who opened up all of these new hotspots for their customers. They didn't ask for anything in return. So the game has changed. Customers expect things free. They expect free Wi-Fi. They expect a free charging station. They expect access to connectivity. And more importantly, we expect you to understand that you no longer have to connect all of these dots together by yourself. So once again, my name is Melvin Williams. I hope that I add value, and I hope that you enjoy your weekend, and that you understand that starting Monday, you can start changing this by contacting M&N Communications at 215-660-3890. And if you want to contact us by email, you can contact me directly at melvinwilliams@telecomexpensereduction.com. Once again, that's Melvin Williams at telecomexpensereduction.com. Have a great weekend, and thank you for your time.